Today, Michael would be 6, his parents grieving another summer without him, a summer they say should be spent playing and camping as a family.
Time for bed now.
But I still want to look at some stars.
He is pure joy, love, excitement, much excitement, energy, lots of energy. You can't not fall in love with him.
All right, I'm going to address one thing that we spoke about that needs to be addressed. So, creators out there in the YouTube world, Twitter, TikTok, I said this earlier, but you weren't here yet. If you're going to use Monkey's name in your title or your thumbnail, whether you interview the babysitter, whether you play a video of Brandi's recordings from Twitter that we all know that are already out there, if you're going to do any of that, show the kid's face on the screen, please. He doesn't have a voice. He needs to be shown to everybody. So if you're going to do it, whatever you're going to do, if you're going to speak about him, however you're going to do it, show his face.
No, yes, show his face, please. I mean, whatever your content you're going to put out, at least show his picture. That's all we've asked, and that's all we continue to ask. Stay vigilant. Please, just at least share his picture.
Yeah. Other things. So I want to address this too with the people that are running around. If you ever hear that Brandi refuses an interview or Brandi won't take interviews or any of that stuff, so I'm going to let you all know right here while you're listening up. It's not that she's refusing interviews. This is a fluid investigation of an abduction of a little boy. So the interviewing and different situations and the working side by side or closely with law enforcement is keeping the integrity of the case close to the chest. So for anybody that's wondering why she's not running to panels and getting questions or any of that stuff in a current ongoing investigation, it doesn't make sense. Law enforcement knows everything that they need to know, and they will continue to. If you do have tips, don't go to the family. Don't go to YouTube with the tip. Go right to law enforcement with the tip. They are taking care of leads daily, and they will check everything out, even if it's the craziest thing, but it might be the one thing that helps to find Michael.
Yes,
go ahead.
I agree. Yeah, please don't send us the tips. Honestly, there's nothing. What do you think we could do? Especially if we've got somebody, that's in Spain and is sending us a tip from Spain. So law enforcement is asking if you are not local. They did it at the last press conference. They asked that to contact your local police department, your local law enforcement agency, so they can get in contact with Fruitland. Because sometimes with the tip line, the findmichael.org, somebody could send in a tip and it could be a week later before they get to it. Now, having law enforcement contact law enforcement with, this being a national case, they'll be able to check the leads out sooner, which is really, really important. So please, don't contact Tyler or myself or my children for that matter. That's really upsetting. They're going through enough. They don't need to be contacted about a possible tip. That needs to go directly to law enforcement. So please, send all of, if you have any credible tips or leads, please send them directly to law enforcement.
Nude search for a 5-year-old boy named Michael Monkey Vaughn. We brought you his story for the first time last year, but tonight, the first national TV interview with both of Michael's parents and newly released photos of a man police say was nearby at the time of Michael's disappearance. Correspondent Marky Martin is joining us live. And Marky, you've been with this case for some time now. You traveled to Idaho last winter to speak with his mother, but now you've had the chance to speak to both of his parents. What can you tell us?
Yeah, Natasha, so we heard from Michael's dad, Tyler, for the very first time this week. He was the parent who was actually at home at the time that Michael went missing. And today marks 1 year since that little boy, who is lovingly known as Monkey, walked out the door and never came home.
We haven't stopped. Every day we have unfinished business, and I'll tell you that every day is an anniversary of the disappearance from Michael Vaughn.
It's been 365 days, a year of searching with no answers. For the 5-year-old Fruitland boy whose 2021 disappearance garnered nationwide attention and support.
Hi, what are you doing, bud?
Last July, Michael Vaughn was at home with his dad and baby sister while mom was at work. Family says he walked out, searching for neighborhood kids to play with.
He went to a neighbor's house. He went to another neighbor's house and another neighbor's house.
Last winter, Michael's mom, Brandi, invited our News Nation team to their Idaho home, walking us through her son's last moments there.
He would have come out of the garage. The front door is pretty hard to get out of, and you can hear that opening.
At the time, his dad, Tyler, declined to speak with us, but this week, that changed. The couple sitting together for their first national TV interview.
It doesn't feel like a year. It's been an eternity.
Tyler, a lot of people curious why, if you were the one at home, why you haven't done a lot of talking with the media. What's your response to people who want to know that question?
Because I was the one at home. I feel like because I was the responsible party. I don't like being in the public eye at all, and it's because I, to some extent, blame myself.
For most of the afternoon, Tyler says Michael played with his monster trucks and Nintendo Switch, and that around dinner time, he ordered a pizza and went down the hall to change the baby's diaper. When he came back out, Michael wasn't there.
Searched the house, searched the backyard, went out in the front yard, jumped in a van, called Brandi.
He says he raced around the neighborhood and was the one who called 911.
The Fruitland Police, Payette Police, and Payette County deputies and citizens searched through the night until support arrived the following morning.
In the last year, more than 3,000 acres and nearby river have been searched. No suspects have been named, but authorities say they have persons of interest. Fruitland Police asking for the public's help in identifying this man, seen in newly released photos walking in a nearby park at the time of Michael's disappearance. And to this day, nobody has been cleared, including Tyler and Brandi. What do you tell people who say, do they know more than they're letting on?
A lot of the speculation online is based in fantasy land.
Law enforcement and God knows our truth, and we'll stand firm and stand strong.
Fruitland Police confirming with News Nation the couple has cooperated with the investigation.